Howdy golfers, it's me, the Guru of Golf, back to share some more golf secrets with you and talk a little golf. It's a rainy day outside, so I decided to invite you into my office, and I hope the thunder and lightning in the background don't bother you too much. You know, at Drop and Chop Golf, we basically have a song, and it goes, slow down. You move too fast. You got to make the momentum last. The cobblestones, whatever. Anyway, I guess for this segment, if we had a song for this, it would be Getting to Know Guru, getting to know all about the Guru. I'm going to confess, folks. When I first started playing golf, and by the way, this is the first golf club I ever got in my life from my father. It was an Allied Junior 7-iron. I think it was made by J.C. Penney. Never regripped it. Still own it. Brings back fond memories of many a round of golf I played with my dad. This is my dad's putter. He had inherited it from his father. It's a real beauty. They don't make them like this anymore. Anyway, my golf game was pretty doggone bad. How bad was it? Well, I was in the rough so frequently that my playing partners thought I was part of the gallery. A blind man told me I had the worst swing he'd ever heard. My brother works for Parks and Recreation, and he mentioned that he had seen better swings than mine in a condemned playground. I had to re-grip my retriever instead of my clubs. For me, a mulligan was just another chance to hit a 40-yard grounder. My swing changed planes faster than a sexy airline stewardess. I got to swinging so bad I was hooking my shanks. I wanted to hit nice straight shanks like my friends. They got extra distance on them. My swing was so bad if I grew tomatoes, they'd have come up sliced. I missed so many fairways that my friends thought I maybe knew a shortcut. Watching me swing was kind of like watching someone paint a mustache on a Rembrandt. Oh yeah, I had a beautiful short game, but unfortunately it was off the tee. If I had made love like I played golf, my wife and I would have certainly been childless. I kind of played, Civil War golf. I went out in 61 and I came back in 65. Anyway, I'd try anything, I went so far as to try one of them magnetic bracelets, that give harmonics through your body and balances you out. And that magnetic bracelet got me stuck to my refrigerator for 3 hours. I found that my golf balls were attracted to water like my eyes were attracted to cleavage. I went to our superintendent and I told him, I said, you got to get rid of the algae in the ponds because it's cutting down on my skip. But I was addicted. For me, golf was like crack cocaine for a middle-aged white guy. I never knew who was going to show up when I showed up at the golf course on the first tee. Was it good me? Or that evil hacking three-putting twin? I was so hooked on golf, I wore golf shoes to dances. My approach shots, they were on the dance floor, but so far away you really couldn't hear the band clearly. My best shot I ever hit was one time I played a ball out of the cup and into the ball washer using a sand wedge. Standing on the first tee on a Sunday morning, I had the same sense of impending doom that I had when I was standing at the altar on my wedding day. There was this heavy-set gal out on our golf course, and she could outdrive me by a ton. I don't know how much she weighed, but as my grandpa'd say, she crushes a bit of grass, don't you, boy? You know, I would miss a lot of long putts, but I had no trouble dropping my shorts. I'd hit, 5 or 6 good woods around. Unfortunately, they were trees. People got to thinking I owned a tree wood. If golf was like a prize fight, they would have stopped me right around the 3rd hole. A lot of folks suggested I take up bowling. You know, one good thing about bowling is you rarely lose a bowling ball. I kept thinking I would get better at golf, like Mrs. Hoffa keeping the porch light lit for when Jimmy comes back home. All in all, I'd say my game was pretty poetic. I'd dub dismal drives, I'd shoot sloppy second shots, I'd let go some lousy layups, I'd wangle some weak wedges and hit some costly chip shots, followed by a paltry poor putting display. It sounds like poetry, but it really wasn't. So what was I to do? I didn't want to be miserable my whole life. So I decided to take action. Use some golf improvement tools to pick up my game. First thing I got was one of them hinge clubs. Oh yeah, them are beauties. Now they got them double hinged. You want to end up in an insane asylum and feel like you can't golf a lick? Get yourself one of these hinge jobby-doos. That'll do it for you. Then I got me one of them real, oh, by the way, they're all named M's. This is like Medicus or Momentous or Mediso or whatever. Anyway, they're all named with M's. So I got me one of these weighted clubs. They're supposed to groove my swing, and it even had a nice thing that showed you exactly how to grip the club made out of rubber on the other end there. I got an iron, you can get a driver. I swung that sucker a couple times and I threw my back out, twisted my neck. It wasn't that momentous. Like I told you, I got one of the magnetic bracelets to help my eel, and that was when I got stuck there to my refrigerator. And I got me a club with a sliding handle, like this, like that. But unfortunately, out on the course, my hands didn't slide. I got me one that had a ball on the end of the club. No help. Then I got me one of the ball that slides down the shaft. It's supposed to click right at the very bottom, but it never did. I think it was busted, but my friend said it was my swing. I got some swing boots. I don't like to admit it. They kind of set you up in the proper positions and help you turn properly for balance and footwork. They didn't feel too good on me, though. Then I got this little thing you put on your club. It's like a strap of elastic come down from your club to your arm. But I swung one over the top and I darn near strangled myself. Then I got the most uncomfortable swing jacket you ever seen. Then I got me some swing sleeves, holding my arms together. I bought me a swing towel, goes under your armpits there. Keeps you connected, they say. And I got me one of them laser light swing groovers. I got the one that goes on here, aimed at the bottom, and the one that goes on here aims at the ball as you're taking the club back and bringing it down, but it wasn't all that groovy. So I subscribe to magazines. Golf this, golf that, Golf Digest. I never did digest very well though. You know, tips are kind of like aspirins. 2 are good, but 100 of them, it'll kill you. I started watching a lot of TV. Watching them pros play. Ladies, seniors, men's, all of them. But I really didn't learn that much because you see the hand is quicker than the arm. And what they were doing, I just could not pick up on TV even if I slowed it down to slow motion. It was kind of like watching champion hens lay eggs. But no matter how long you watch them hens lay eggs, you ain't gonna lay no eggs because you ain't no champion hen. I found the surest way to add strokes to my game was to watch the Golf Channel. Oh yeah. They got so many tips there to drive you crazy. I'd go to the golf course and I'd beat me buckets of bloody balls. You see, perfect practice makes perfect, not the kind of practice I was doing. Sometimes at setup, I'd have like 182 swing thoughts in my head before I could move. I got so rigid before taking a golf shot, I was thinking so much I had analysis to paralysis. So I decided I'd get me some better clubs. It can't be me. I'm good at most sports. I bought one of them drivers, a Big Mama. Then they come out with a bigger Mama, then the biggest Mama, then the biggest Mama yet, and the biggest Mama we ever made, and the super big Mama, and the oversized Big Mama, and then Big Mama 2. And now, you ain't gonna believe the email I received today. Here it is, I swear to God. My email, Big Mama is back. Big Mama's back. Big Mama Alpha. Big Mama Alpha is here today. Yes, sir, there is a sucker born every minute. Well, the good news with the drivers was I did hit it farther. The bad news was I couldn't find it. Instead of being out of bounds, I was more like out of town. I was 3 over. 1 over a patio, 1 over a swimming pool, and 1 over a tiled roof of a house. I wanted to be Tiger Woods, but I was more like in the woods. Then I saw they had these cheater drivers with the faces shaved illegally so you get even more spring than a supersonic trampoline. A nice big old head about that big around. No matter where you hit it, goes like a rocket ship off that thing. Got the springiest face that ever is invented. Well, I didn't like cheating with the driver. I mean, man, if I wanted to cheat, I'd just yell 4, shoot 6, and say, give me a 5. But the trouble with cheating is, in golf, you only cheating yourself. I decided it ain't the driver. It must be the irons. I'm gonna get me some forgiving clubs. Like a savior for my game. Forgiving clubs. You see, golf is quite religious. You hear yells out on the course all the time like, God dang it! Jesus Christ! Holy Mother of God! What in the hell was that? Good God Almighty! And much worse than that. You see people praying to hit a good shot and down on their knees crying when they don't. Anyway, I wanted to get me some of them new forgiving clubs, so I went to my pro shop and there was my savior. An 18-year-old hourly minimum wage employee who was a student from college who'd never played golf and naturally never seen me play golf. He never knew what a swing was, but he knew the clubs for me, that's for sure. He knew that they were the clubs that Hadn't sold for 2.5 years, and if he sold them today, he got a nice bonus check. So those are going to be the ones for me. Those 3-year-old title-aways are on sale too, he told me. And he told me, you ain't gonna believe it, but those 3-year-old title-aways, they're on sale too. What a deal. Before I cashed out, he'd sold me a ball retriever, which I later returned to get a little longer one. He sold me a never miss putter, paired with a sure-out sand wedge. He was a Latino boy, and at first I thought he said a sandwich, and I said, give me a ham on rye, that'd be fine. I got a couple of different kinds of tees. I got some look like little brushes, ones that look kind of forward slanted like a rocket launcher. Got me some nice big tall ones, and got some bright shiny ones. I got some you can't break and some you can't lose. Still needed a golf bag though. He showed me a pro bag, one I later found out they call the beast of burden because it weighs so much. The pros get these free and use them to make sure they're getting their money's worth out of their caddies. It's kind of their way of saying thanks to me that they threw in a cheap umbrella and 2 training grip golf gloves. Almost all of these items required absolutely no effort on my part to improve my game. It's kind of like getting oral sex. It combines what I like best, sex or golf, with what I'm best at, doing absolutely nothing. By the way, sex is better than golf. You have to stand up, to play golf. And one rule my dad taught me early in life is never stand if you can sit, son, and never sit if you can lie down. Alrighty then. Let's talk about the last thing I bought. Let's talk balls. I read somewhere that Tiger Woods plays with his own balls. I thought, gee whiz, he's think he could get a beautiful woman to do that. With that kind of money. That's something I might do, And when asked if he had anything he did for good luck, Arnold Palmer said, yeah, he let Winnie kiss his balls for luck. Today's balls, they're the do-all type of ball. The same ball can have the softest feel and the biggest bite in the green combined with the longest distance we've ever made in our balls. Some balls have hexagonal dimples. They got extra dimples. Some got deeper dimples. It improves performance on every shot. I play a deep dimpled, green grabbing, long distance, yellow, easy to find special no slicing for senior swing speed balls. I play a Titleist because when I look down at them I like to see the word tit. And they are expensive, so they must be good, right? Sometimes my lost balls cost more than my green fees. One time, threesome, we were playing and 2 of us hit pretty good shots, but we couldn't see where they landed because of the elevated green. We went up and there's a ball in the cup. It was a Titleist. I said, I think that's my Titleist. That's a Titleist 2, Pro V1X. Guy playing with me said, yeah, but I'm also playing a Pro V2, Titleist Pro V1X. That could be my ball. And the third guy in the threesome said, well, I think I can solve this for you. We said, how? He said, who was playing the yellow Titleist? It wasn't me. One time a fella approached a beginning golfer and asked him if he wanted to buy some golf balls. He said, no thanks, don't need them. I got a ball. He said, a ball? You a hacker. One ball ain't gonna last you but a couple of holes. You need extra balls. He said, no, I don't. You can't lose this ball. Ain't no you can't lose them ball. He said, this one here is. He said, what if you hit it in the lake? He said, it floats. He said, what if you hit it in the bushes where you can't hardly see it because it's dark in there? He said, it go beep, 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 till you find it. He said, what about if you hit it so far, it was like Lee Trevino said, into the boondocks that it's dark, so dark that they used to have to pipe sunlight in there. He said, it glows in the dark, showing you the way to it. Man, he said, that is a one great ball. He said, where'd you get that? He said, I found it. So, getting back to balls, I did hit some balls a lot longer than others. Actually, I hit them out of sight. That would describe it better because I could never find him. So I hired this old fella with eagle eyes on our golf course to watch where my shots went. I hit a solid drive off the tee. I says, Stanley, did you see it? He said, you bet I did. I seen it right where it landed. I said, where's that? He said, golly, I can't remember. Now comes the worst part of all. The thing that ruined my God-given natural golf swing more than anything else. Oh boy, I took golf lessons. Woe is me. I went from barely able to play to hopeless hacker in one simple lesson. You see, whatever you do that kind of works for you, they change that. They tell you to stop the thing that helps you. If you take a few lessons, you will realize why golf spelled backwards is flawed. To learn all about why you don't improve and how teaching golf is one of the world's greatest con jobs, I want you to follow this link to why you never learn and why they never teach you the true secrets to golf. This is an eye-opening report about golf's dirty little secret society and why they don't want you in it. Exactly why they either can't, don't, or won't show you the real way to golf. Why you can spend your entire life golf for 40 years and never hit a single real golf shot in your entire life. I try to make this learning session kind of funny, but there's nothing funny about being cheated, nothing funny about learning, not learning, and nothing funny about the agony you feel when you're trying so hard to improve your golf game and nobody's there to truly help you. Well, the guru's here. I know you need help, and I want to help you. And if you go to this link of dropandchopgolf.com, you will find the true way to golf. And I guarantee you, when you institute my training method, you will hit a real golf shot within 15 minutes of your first practice session. That's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Golf is not a matter of life and death. It's way more important than that, golfers. And if you want to beat your buddies and improve your game dramatically, learn how to hit golf balls using the revolutionary drop and chop golf method. The guru's here for you. All you gotta do is click on that link. See you there. Hope you'll follow me down. I got some stuff you ain't gonna believe. I'm gonna dispel all them golf myths they've told you one after another, like keep your head down, keep your head still, get down, your knees flex like a linebacker, keep your eye on the ball, all that garbage. They don't even know how to talk to you, but I do, and I will, and I want to see you soon. Thanks for watching. Happy fairways forever.